Greetings from the library cave. I am Aspen Dracaena, your friendly neighborhood Ice Dragon Bookwyrm VTuber. And, I'm going to have a talk with Panda because we're going to have to figure out how to not overlap streaming. I think that would be a really good idea because we share a lot of the same viewers. I was just looking at this screen. Like, you can't see it because it's blocked by my frame. But on the bottom there are some words. They spelled official wrong. Official has 2 F's, not 1. It's okay though. It's okay. It's all right. People misspell sometimes. It's okay. Let's see. What am I? Yeah. I am so tired, y'all. I feel like I've been so busy. Like, I actually am almost completely caught up on uploading VODs to YouTube. Like, I just got Sundays up. So, all I need to do is the one I did on Tuesday and then tonight's. And I'll be totally 100% up to date, which is amazing. Let's see. Sorry, I just need to look at something real quick. There we go. Bloop, 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 bloop. So today is human older brother's birthday. So I am just on Facebook right now, and I have to say happy birthday to him somewhere. I don't know, in a place that's like there. Wow, I can just insert a post. Oh my gosh, it fills in the post for you. Great. That makes it so much easier. Okay, that's done. Okay, cool. Yay. All right, so tonight we are doing the Backrooms Lost tape. I believe this one actually is more horror-ish than just typical Backrooms, where you're just going through a lot of different rooms and they're unsettling, but they're kind of cool. This one, I think it's somebody goes missing and you have to find him. I feel like I may have seen somebody play this through before, but I don't recall. So I'm just going to start fresh and see what happens. And again, I'll just say this right now. I am very tired, so I might be a little on time for ending the stream. So let's get going. Yes. Alright, so we'll play the tape of Josh first. It looks like there's 3 tapes. So the tape of Josh, the tape of Nicholas, and tape L1. Wow, that's a number. And then there's an unknown tape. I don't think you can... Okay, you can't play any of those. They're probably future updates. Okay, let's play the tape of Josh. Hopefully we'll find Josh. Back. Okay, there we go.
Alright, hey boss. As you can see, the people were able to clean up the place and I was able to help. Really good. That one spot that was really bad, that may be an exception. But everything else is clean. As you can see right here, I'm moving around here a little bit to
Yeah, that's
show
a
you.
pretty clean theater.
And yeah, it's pretty good. But I'll go to room 1 soon. Just wanted to let you know. God dang it. What? Stupid light. What? Hey, who turned that on?
That's annoying. All right.
Hello? Anyone here? Hello?
Oh, there's a table. Flashlight. Okay. Can we click on things? Alright, solitude is one of the greatest obstacles a wanderer can face. It is something beyond our control. Something that eats away at us, little by little, killing the unwary before they even realize it. It is, I dare say, our deepest fear. That is why it should not come as a surprise that this cursed place we now call home has found a way to take advantage of humanity's inherent need for companionship. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then the fifth number is a 6. All right, I'm writing these down. I have a pad and paper and a pen. Can I do anything with that? I guess not. Huh. Okay, we can run. Okay. That's dark. That's light. Let's go this way. Let's go where we can see things. Okay, there's an arrow. I'm hoping that's a good sign. I feel like Backrooms games, it's kind of like like you think about Hansel and Gretel with the breadcrumbs, you know? Okay, there's a chair. Enter. Can I do anything with the chair? No, I guess not. Well, let's keep going. Nothing there. There's something on the wall. The chairs are dangerous. Okay. I'll stay away from the chairs then. Okay. Sounds reasonable. Alright, zombie. I don't know. It's so quiet. I feel like I have to, you know. Ooh, am I gonna have to duck? Yeah. Okay. All right. onto the dark corner. Alright, nothing there. I guess we'll go this way. As we get closer and closer. See the sound? Okay. What's that? Oh, mushrooms. Okay. Alright, let's go this way. Okay. Let's follow the arrows, I guess. Oh, I don't know about this. It's quite dark over here. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think. Oh, there's something on the wall ahead. Okay. I feel like I shouldn't be running. I feel like if I run, it'll attract attention from whatever thing I'm running from. Okay. Arrow, go this way. Alright. Every once in a while, I feel like I'm hearing something behind me. But it could just be my own brain playing tricks on me. This way? Okay. The thing that cracks me up a lot about Backrooms stuff is this particular yellow wallpaper. So me being the bookworm that I am, I have read a lot of classics, and I remember reading the book. Oh, I didn't realize that could happen. Alright, interesting. So I could do this. Alright, well, I'm gonna walk over here and see what this says. So, yeah, there's this book about a woman losing her mind called The Yellow Wallpaper. Alright, so Deja Vu area. This is your first time here. If this area feels familiar, immediately alert Foundation staff. Wait, hang on. If you see something, say something. What? Oh, it's the SCP. Wow. Alright, we're dealing with SCPs here. Oh. Jeez. Well, this is just swell. So we're not just in a back rooms. We're in an SCP facility. Ah, here we go. What's that here? Okay. Oh. That doesn't look too good. Okay. Alright. Good lord. What's this? This is my house for a long time here in this place. I hope you make good use of it now. Good luck, my friend. That's number 7. Can I get in there? Do I have to climb? Can I make it my home? I suppose that's it, I guess. Alright. I'm a little disturbed by that flashing light over there, but, you know. I was talking with somebody at work today about the SCP of the IKEA. Like, the IKEA that you can never leave. I love how SCP is just totally off the wall. Like, you could just make up anything and post it. Like the Garfield SCP. That thing is so funny. Okay, I thought I saw something blinking over there, but I guess not. Am I supposed to be following those arrows? Have I just had a lot of good luck? Okay, I vaguely hear music. Or something that's different. Yeah, I hear it. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm like feeling kind of thrown here. Okay. sound. What does this say? Caution restricted area. Okay. All right. Okay. Every time I walk forward and it's not the rug underneath me, it kind of throws me off. Yeah, that's the sound I was hearing. Can I climb these? What the heck is this? There's a bunch of tanks. Is there something back here? Alright. This is just a thing. Oh. There's a note. The password to access this computer is scattered all around the place. I was able to find the first number, which is 9. Okay. So I have a 9 space 76. I hope it helps you if I can't escape this place. Alright. Anything else I can do here? What about that computer down there? Nope. So maybe this whole place is an SCP. Okay, is the sound coming from this device? Seems stronger over here. Alright. So I know the way how to get back here is via the arrows. But I'm gonna have to get around and look for more hints. I need 3 more numbers. Okay. I am so holding my breath right now. Oh no, wait, here. This place may be a gap between dimensions, a transitional space between realities. Can it be a new world? Why does it exist? What is this place? I hope we can find answers to all these questions. Good luck. From another wanderer. No numbers though. We need numbers. Come on, people. I guess I'll go back in this direction. Maybe we should look over here. No. I don't like that. I was avoiding that for a reason. Okay. Oh, there's something else over here. Maybe the astronaut has the answers we need. Astronaut. Well, let's go this way. I guess. Buzzing light, lovely. Alright. We'll go this way. We'll look around. Oh wait, there's another arrow. And another note. What am I? Well, I'm a prophet and I foresee a new world. Will you be part of it? No, thank you. Okay. Arrow. I mean, the arrows haven't let me down so far. Let's just say that. Might as well keep going with them, I suppose. Oh no, that was me. Oh my gosh, I had my pen and I moved it and it made a sound. And I thought it was the game. So great. So great, you guys. Like, totally awesome. This is like the best thing ever. Oh. That can't be good. Ever dream of this man? Oh, he's that SCP. Yeah, let's see. Every night, all over the world, hundreds of people see this face in their dreams. If this man appears in your dreams too, or if you have any information that can help us identify him, please contact us. I am not going in the red area. That looks scary. And what does this say? There is no fire extinguisher. I don't want to go in that area. It's red. I'm just going to gently go around this area. I mean, you know, I'm not stupid here. Uh-oh, hang on a sec. So, human mother likes it when I call her when I get home. Problem is, she doesn't always pick up her phone. And when she calls, she tends to call me around this time. Alright, so this is interesting. Is that an actual door or just a... Can I interact? Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Didn't that say that chairs were bad? But there, it looks like there's a note on the wall. Oh, shit. Like, I heard a thump. Okay, that chair is not standing up. Okay. Safety glasses required. Hello. I am an astronaut. I honestly don't know how I got here. I just remember that my spaceship malfunctioned, and I had to get out of it to fix it. Unfortunately, my safety equipment broke, and I thought I was already dead. I wandered in that space for a few hours when suddenly I fell as if gravity had suddenly returned. And here I am in this gigantic place that seems infinite. I'm leaving this letter in case anyone else falls here or is already here and can find me in case I'm still alive. Important. I found some letters from other people here which mention other levels, possibly floors or dimensions of this place. Some say they've already passed through specific floors, including numbered ones. For example, this one is apparently called level 0. From what I read in the other letters, getting out of here will be difficult. It seems that it is something to be unraveled. I discovered one of the numbers. 9 is the first. I already know 9 is the first. I feel like I should be paying attention to this chair that is tipped. Is there a note? No. Okay. Ugh. It's the even creepier thing is that there's no sound except for like movements. Okay. Well, there's stairs. Let's go up the stairs. Huh. Alright. I don't understand why they just don't leave the entire password on a single note. Seriously. I think no one has discovered it yet, or maybe whoever discovered it died. Or maybe we should hide the answer from someone. What I do know is 8 is probably the second number. So I've got 9, 8, blank, 7, 6, blank. Okay. Should I just hang out over here? Hang on. Let me just check something real quick. Oh. I cannot tell you how many frickin' people message me on Discord, and they're clearly scammers. Like, I don't know who they are. I'm not... Ugh. I don't know. Wait, are these just lights or windows? What if I go back here? Is there something back here? Watch me, I'm just going into the dark. And no, there isn't. Alright. Look. Supposed to be exploring. That's what I'm doing. And that's what I'll keep doing. I like it better when there's music. Alright, anything over back this way? All the chairs. Anything at all? I thought I saw something in the corner. Alright, let's get out of here. We got number 8. We're good. I feel like this all is just a game to disturb, to mess with our heads. Okay. Okay, that was the weird door. Oh, that's the red area. Don't want to go in there because it's scary. I feel like I'm gonna unleash something if I go in the red area. Okay. Let's try going this way. Alright, what is that on the wall? Oh, that's the arrow. Okay, so everything's a bit unsettling, but yeah, where am I gonna find anything else? I have 2 more numbers to find. Okay. All right. All right. I feel like I'm not going to find anything over here. It's just a maze. But I guess that's what the backrooms are. They're a maze. They're meant to confuse you. Alright, let's keep heading forward. There's the arrow there. So I think we came from the ice. Let's try over here. Right? Oh, we started over there, so let's go this way. Okay. I know, I'm sorry I'm quiet, but sometimes with games where there's a lot of anticipation, I start to get quiet because I'm like, oh, what's happening? What is going on? Where are the answers? And that light just went on. Although that could just be because we were close to it. Okay. No, it's not a light, it's a door. Is it an exit? It's a fire exit. Oh, jeez. No, it's not an exit. Okay. Well, I got an achievement for that. Well, I feel kind of like, you know how there's that rule with labyrinths is that you slide your hand along the wall, and that's how you get out. So I think this is where I started, or somewhere near. What is this? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get so lost. Alright, so the arrow's over that way. I think we came through this way. Okay. Alrighty there. There's gotta be something. Okay, have the flashlight on. I So there is a door over here. Alright, we came through there. Here, let's just try going over in this direction for a ways. Let's see what will happen. Like, how far does this go? Just for curiosity's sake. Okay. I guess that's about it. The temptation to hit the shift button so I can run is very strong right now. But I don't want to because I'm worried that's going to attract attention to me. You know? It's kind of weird. I don't know. What do I do? Ugh, I hate the sound of that. Ugh. Okay. All right. So we've got whatever the heck that is, and the mushrooms. Okay. All right. Well, let's go this way. There is a strange humidity in this place, and the carpet is wet in this part. It seems to come from this white area, which gave rise to these mushrooms. I was very hungry, so I ate one of them. Now my body won't stop itching, and I have so many bruises, even on my head. Okay. I saw this door open one time when the lights were red. Approved personnel protective equipment must be worn. So it's closed. Alright. Weird, but okay. Yeah, probably don't eat the mushrooms, guys. Not unless you know where they're from. Or what kind of mushrooms they are. Hang on a sec. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. There's a sound. Alright. Okay, keep going. So I've been watching a lot of horror movies lately on Tubi because Tubi actually has a really decent selection of horror. Oh, did I read that one? I don't remember if I read that one. Hopefully it gives us one of the 2 remaining numbers. Nice. Ever notice how silence can get so loud? Here it screams. I tried to drown it out by tapping on the walls, making my own rhythm. But the silence, it swallows the sound, eats it up like it's nothing. Last number is 5. So we have 98 blank 765. Okay. I would really like to know where that sound is coming from. That'd be really helpful. I also really need to go to the bathroom. Zone B. We didn't go this way. Okay, more chairs. Alright, first aid kit. Nice. Okay, so we're not supposed to trust the chairs. The chairs are evil. But why chairs? Let's try over here. Nothing. Okay. Oh, wait. Alright. That's an odd angle. Wait, we came from this direction. I feel like I'm turned around now. Uh-oh. Okay. I think we came this way. I think. I don't recall that on the wall. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, great, a mannequin. Lovely. Three is the third. Oh, we have the whole number now. But now I'm lost. 983765. Alright. Unless that's pointing in the direction we're supposed to go. Alright. Let's try this. Of course, now I'm completely turned around. Great. Oh, no, wait. I think we're in the right place. Right? No. Okay. I don't know. Ugh, I wish there was a map. Any more arrows? Oh. Shit. Okay. I took the computer monitor that was here to the lab since the one in the lab was apparently broken. My legs and feet hurt because I walked so much while carrying these things. I hope I can finish this because it may be the only way out of this place. I connected the computer to the laboratory module so that I can access the generator, but the problem is that it's requesting a password. I think I will be stuck here forever. Alright, I will be right back. Ad break. Okay, I am back. Looks like the ad break is over. Hang on a second. No. Okay. I don't know. If people want to message me, they should send me a message first. Thank you, Discord, for... yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think this is where we started from. And this may be the beginning. Alright, so we went all the way back here. That's where we started from. So, wait. Alright, so from here, we can find the arrows. What did I do the first time? To find the first arrow. I didn't go that way. Wait, I didn't see this one. I'm writing this letter in the hope that we found someday, maybe by someone who finds me here, finds this letter. I don't know if I'm crazy or if I'm dead, but this place doesn't seem to belong in this world. I've seen things here that I can't describe. I ended up here while doing some graffiti around town, and now I'm here with my backpack and my only white spray. This place is huge, so I'm leaving markings on the wall for myself or anyone else who might come down here. I have read some letters from other people, and it seems like this place has multiple floors. Oh, great. There are hostile creatures here, too, and I've seen some things I didn't have the courage to approach them. I'm trying to figure out how to get out of here, and will mark on the walls or update this note with what I find, provided I don't get lost in this place. There is a big riddle in this place. Find the notes as they contain some information. Okay. Is that an arrow? Yes. I'm just gonna run a lines. I think we go straight. Because I have everything I need. No, don't trust the chairs. This is familiar. That was the note about the chairs. And then we just take the arrows back. Okay. Easy enough. Zone B. So far, we're doing okay. Okay, and then we go through here. And then we go through here. And then we go that way. Okay. I'm still like holding my breath. Okay. Let's just get to the end. There we go. Very nice. Okay. It's so weird that we have not yet encountered some things. But I feel like that may change. Did I go in here? I did not go in here before. Found a room that's a dead ringer from my old classroom, scuffed desks and all. like a weird time warp. It hit me hard, memories of the school days I thought I'd forgotten. Sat at a desk, half expecting to hear the teacher call my name. The silence was the worst part. Felt like detention, but without the end-of-day bell. Just me and too many ghosts of a life that feels a million miles away now. Okay. I mean, this has been pretty quiet. Okay, fun fact about me. I absolutely do not like the color yellow. It's just a little much. Ah, yes, I remember this area. Okay. Did we go? Oh, there we go. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. And here's the if you see something, say something. It's the deja vu area. I mean, it's not much of a deja vu. If you don't see that sign over and over again. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yep. All right, we're heading the right direction. I kind of just want to go in the lab and say that. Hi, LT. How you doing? I hope you're having a good night. Okay. Let's see. Oh, wait. Hang on. I forgot. I have to do uppies, don't I? See, you've got me trained. Good. I'm glad you're doing good. Last time? Yes. So I went around here and I heard sounds. Okay, that's because I wasn't supposed to go there. I was supposed to go this way. Toward the lab. Nice. Okay. So I have the code. 983765. It feels like they just went 98765 and to split it up, they added a 3 in the middle just to make it so it didn't seem too sequential. Even though it is very sequential. You got me trained. Oh no. Okay. So let's see if we can work with this now. Is this room safe? Okay. Okay. All right. So 9. Okay. 9, 8, 3, 7, 6, 5. Go. All right. Okay. What? Return to game. Wait. What? What? Resume. There we go. What do we do with this now? Secure. Oh, what does this mean? Is there an alarm going off in the building? What is going on? I don't understand. Oh, here, wait a moment. So let me look at this. The password access to this computer is scattered all around the place. I was able to find the first number, which is 9. Yeah. I got all the numbers. Yeah, SCP. We're in it's both Backrooms and SCP. Okay. Is there something we can do? I am so confused. So confused. What is going on? What is going on? All right. Yeah, LT. I think that that makes perfect sense. Your emote right there. I wonder if I need to go back to the mushroom place. Yeah, this feels a little more disturbing now. Oh, shit. No, not red. This is scary. This is scary. Why is everything red? Why is everything red? Why is everything red? Why? I don't know. What is going on? Okay, let me take a look at that computer again. This is not good. It won't let me get in. Oh gosh, what do I do? No! It's all red and evil. I don't know what to do. Let me know. Whoa. Red light. Yeah, but the red light's bad. I feel like something bad's gonna happen if I go into the red light. Red is usually bad. Here, hang on. Let me see. I'm gonna do something real quick. Let's see. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't know. I don't know. Help! I guess nobody's going to help me with walkthroughs here. Not unless I watch a video. I'm not doing that. Oh. This is not good. This is very uncomfortable. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Go, grown woman right there. I know. Okay, we'll just go. Alright. And we'll just run. But it's so hard to see anything. Should I just run? Okay. I mean, it's a game. It can't hurt me. Okay. So we entered over here. Alright. Okay. There's my arrow. Alright. Mentally it can. Yeah, it can screw with my head. Alright. Oh no. Oh no. No! It's got me! No! Oh no! It got me! Okay. So we know, no matter what... Wait, do I have my flashlight on? Okay. So I probably need my flashlight on. Mentally, it can kill me. Yep. Alright, let's turn on the flashlight. Oh, shit. No. No! God! Why? I can't even leave the room? Why? Oh, I'm not going out there. Hell fucking no. I'm hiding. I'm just gonna hide. There we go. See? And nothing bad ever happened. Yay! Oh. I think I'm just gonna have to go back out and let it kill me, because what else am I supposed to do? Like, I can't really do anything else. Am I just supposed to go in blindfolded? I kind of just want to stay away from everything that's red. Okay. All right. Shh. Avoid the red lights. Okay. Shit. Oh, fuck. Oh. How do I get out of here? Oh. This is bad. Oh. No. No, no, no. Fuck. Run. 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 I don't care. Just run. 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 Oh, fuck. Run. Run. Run, 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 run. Oh, man. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just gonna have to keep running. I don't know what that is. Keep running me. Okay. Oh, shit! It got me! What am I supposed to do? How do I get out of here? I don't know what to do. I feel like I need to avoid the red lights. Is this the monster? Like, look at this thing right here. Like, I guess I'm safe in this room, you know, but... Okay. Alright. I mean, I just have to keep going. For the remaining half hour I'm gonna stay on. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Okay. Alright. I'm away from everything red. But I'm gonna have to go through that area. Okay. Alright, I don't care about the astronaut. Okay. Well, let's go. Okay. Alright, okay. Near the wall. Alright. So I'm gonna have to go through here. Oh, great. So, stay in shadows. Okay, so we're staying out of the red lights as much as possible. Alright, I think that's what we're supposed to do. Oh, great. Okay, just stay out of the red lights. Okay, we're safe. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. He's after me. Yeah. Great. Running as fast as I can. Okay. Fudge nuggets. Are we safe? It's stop. Oh, fudge nuggets. Haha. Well, that was weird. Jesus Christ. He got me again. How do I get through it? I just want to make it through. I'm tired. I've had a busy week. Can they just give me a little break? feel like the hint is to stay out of the red light. You know, that seems to be working for us. I wonder if this game can hear me. Stay near walls, maybe. That seems to help. Okay. Alright, so staying near the walls seems to help. Okay. Alright. I believe there's some red coming up. Alright, so we're gonna try to hug the walls. Like, I'm trying to play this smart. But, like, maybe it's not that smart of a game. Do I want to go that way, or do I want to go that way? I should be going back this way. Or maybe... Alright, avoiding the red lights. Avoiding. It seems to be working well. Alright. Okay. So this area doesn't have a lot of red. Okay. Doing okay. All right, this is where it gets tricky. Maybe I should have gone the other way. Wait, let's try this. Maybe if I go along the other wall. I mean, it's a bit of a maze, you know? Okay, keep going. Yeah, I'll try the other side. Like, really, just staying out of the red light seems to be the most useful thing. Okay. I'm totally holding my breath. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I think it's led me back here again. Because I can't go through there. Oh, crudly ner. Okay. Yeah, it just led me back here again. All right. I'm not like scared necessarily. I'm just trying to figure out how to get through this.
Panda Hero who just traded with 2 viewers.
Hi everyone. Welcome. And hi Panda. I am Aspen Dracaena. I'm sure if you're watching Panda, you're watching me. You know who I am. I am trying to get through some kind of craziness here. Alright, so I have to stay out of the red light. But I'm like, I don't have many options here. Like, I have to kind of skirt around. Alright, those aren't red. Okay. Alright. Avoid the red. Hey there, dearest. And here's my... We did finish Silent Hill as expected, best ending, and now I have my second next fear file on the memory card. Hi, Digi, how you doing? Oh, jeez. Okay, if I go into the red light, bad things happen. So I've got to avoid the red light. Oh, man. This is not great. Alright, just stay in the shadows. Where nobody can hurt you. Not under the red lights. Everything is good in the dark because you can't see what's gonna get you. Okay, now the decision has to be the direct sequel in Silent Hill 3 that I've beaten already, or do I make a good on a year late promise and play Silent Hill 4? Ooh, that's a hard one. Okay, so far I'm safe. So far so good. Oh. Oh, shit! Why? Why? I wasn't even in the red light. I wasn't even in the red light. Ugh. You know, it's not that I'm scared right now. I'm frustrated. I am so frustrated. I'm like, okay, there has to be a technique to this. Like, what am I supposed to do? Alright, I guess we're just gonna keep going. I think that friend really likes me. A Sega Saturn game that would be right at home with Backrooms games is Enemy Zero. Yeah. I haven't played that game, but, you know. You see, I like the Backrooms games where there's no monsters. You're just chilling and exploring. But this? This is not fun. How am I supposed to make it through all this? Why are there no save points? Ah, good idea. Good idea, love. Okay. Alright, well, just let me get further each time, because that would be kind of nice. That would be really nice, honestly. But if I can't get out of here, I'm gonna just be like, grr. Like, can I just hide? Just be really tiny. The Backrooms are not supposed to be fun. They're games. Games are supposed to be fun. Won't let me crawl under. Okay. Alright. But, I mean, scary games are supposed to be fun. We have a lot of fun with scary games around here, don't we? Don't we? Why are there no save points? 43-year-old man voice. Back in my day, we had to do 8 levels in one run, and the password for others were 15 pages long. Right, yeah. No, I get it. I get it. I used to play Super Mario Brothers. I know what happened. I know what happened. Alright, we're going back the same way. But I want my save point. Make the game easier. So I don't die every time. And get defeated by a squiggle monster. Okay. Mama. Okay. I mean, at least I've gotten a couple achievements. Okay. Alright. So I have to follow the light. Or the lack of light. Oh, come on. Shit. Leave me alone! I did nothing wrong! Why? Why are you trying to hurt me so bad? Now he's gonna come get me. Yep. See? Squiggle monster got me again. Oh dear, what am I gonna do? What am I going to do? I'm like, should I look up? Here, let me see. Should I look up a game guide? Like, I don't know. Should I... Escape? How do I escape the squiggle monster? How do I escape it? Cooked. I know! Like, what the heck? Oh. Okay. And the difficulty is so many of the walkthroughs are other people's. Okay, so walkthroughs. 5 guides. No items matching the search criteria. Oh. Okay. How do I get through? How do I get through? I don't know. Yeah, there's no guide. No guide. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. No. Can you please? I'm begging. Let's see what people are saying. Add a toggle for the run button for the controller or any other way to change things in the menu. I'd love to play this game, but having to hold down my thumbstick to run is killing it. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Screenshots, artwork, broadcast, videos, news, guides. Yeah. Popular Steam guides. Okay. Blindfolded. I know. Okay. If you type this secret password on the computer in the engine room, all the lights in the room will become blue and no longer red, and you can walk freely and safely without fear, chased by the entity. Oh, great. And tape 2 got really... Oh, this is interesting. All right. I'm going to read this for a second. All right, so if you type the secret password in the computer in the engine room, all the lights in the room will become blue and no longer red. And you can walk freely and safely without fear or chased by the entity. The secret password word is 827384. It says, normally if you type the regular password in the computer in the engine room, when you return, the light of the room will turn red and the entity will pursue you. If you type the secret password into the computer in the engine room, all the lights in the room will become red, or blue and no longer red, and you can walk freely and safely without fear. And rest assured that the door to the pool room will still be open. Alright, somebody posted when tape... Oh, the secret code was removed. That sucks. Okay. Alright. Okay. Well, that sucks. That massively sucks. They changed it. That really sucks. Oh. That's not fair. Okay. Yeah, double cooked. Seriously. Let me see if there's any other... I'm looking at the Steam website, by the way. How to get achievements. A moon. A thing. I don't know. Secrets, guides, gameplay, basics. No. Language is English. Okay. No, that's not helpful. Oh my god. The password is 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 12345? That's the kind of password an idiot has for his luggage. Such a good movie. Such a classic. Okay, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do here because I can't put in a different code. Here, let me see something for a second. I can restart the level. I don't want to do that. It's almost 10 o'clock and I'm tired. Well, I don't know. What do I do, guys? I'm like tired. I want to go to sleep soon. All right, let me see if I can find something else. Another guide. I'm not going to get it on the Steam community website, I don't think. Okay. Yeah, somebody in June said Josh's tape level is way too difficult now. Alright, so he said, I started playing this game a few days ago and I've been finding the first level to be nearly impossible. It seems that the hostile creature that appears when the lights turn red now destroys all the lights, leaving the player with the impossible task of having to deal with the situation in complete darkness. I watched an older playthrough on YouTube from about a year ago in which the night stayed on, even with the monster nearby, which gave the player a chance to escape. No wonder the most reviews of this game are so negative. Hopefully the devs will revert it back to the way it was previously and make it playable again. Okay, so this is a bunch of people this year saying that it's unplayable. Okay, somebody in April said the other code did not work. Somebody said the update made it work. He said it was a perfect game. Oh, that's so disappointing. It's challenging and terrifying, but it's exactly what makes it perfect. The contrast of isolation and silence. It's not a bug, it's a feature. So the feature is to die. If you want to survive, map the way back to the exit in your head so you don't get lost. Try to go slow and unnoticed and open your ears. If it spots you, run like there's no tomorrow. So grow a pair and face the horror. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Sure thing, this dude. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna have to run as much as I can. Okay. I'm gonna give it one more try. Let's resume. You have to go underneath. Yes, it's an old phrase IT guys use for something that breaks constantly. Right? Yeah, did I ever tell you I had a teacher who once, a computer teacher. He used to say, computers are smart, stupid things. I think that's pretty accurate. I mean, they can only do what they can, you know? And if they don't actually really know what to do unless you tell them what to do. Why? I hate you. Why? I was doing nothing. Dude. I was doing nothing. Alright, I'm just gonna try again. Okay, maybe I should just stay crouched the whole time. Okay. It's quiet. Shh. Oh my gosh. Microphone, seriously. just gonna crouch the entire time. Shh. Be as quiet as possible. I don't hear him. Seriously. I feel like I'm being messed around with. I don't know why we're whispering, LT. I don't know why anything. I am stuck in the back rooms with a weird monster made out of hoses connected in the middle with some kind of, I don't know, is it a face? Is it a heart? Is it some kind of internal organ? I don't know. What is it? Why would it leave me alone? I am so tired. Why would it leave me alone? I just want to get out of here. Can I just go back to the movie theater from the beginning of the game? Ugh. Okay. Maybe I should just keep the flashlight off. Okay. Okay. We'll keep going steadily straight. Okay. Still not there yet. All right. We're good. Okay. All right. So we're doing okay. Okay. Okay, so no more lights. All right, we'll go this way. Oh shit! Ugh! Dude! I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting annoyed. Like, come on. Make it a little bit easier to work on here. I don't know. Maybe I should come back to this. Here. I'm actually really tired because it's been a long week. Lots of stuff going on. So, Human Mother is going to be doing a lot of work around the house this weekend. So, I'm going to need all the energy that I can get because, yeah. So, I'm going to sign off for tonight. Yes. Let's move to the... Alright. So let's find somebody to... At this point, you might want to call it around the 19th hair pull. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Oh, here. There. Good night, uppies. I am going to look for somebody to raid. There. Apply. How do I exit? Quit. There we go. There we go. I do like the music. I will admit that. Alright, so let's find somebody to raid. And maybe I'll look some things up in the Wikipedia. Here, hang on a second. Let me try something. There. Okay. Now let's find someone. Who is streaming tonight? It's a Friday night. A lot of people stream on Friday nights. Let's see. There's Final Fantasy. There's Monster Hunter. Oh, Herdling. Cuphead. I feel kind of like I'm not seeing a lot of VTubers that I would usually raid into that but although I've raided into a bunch recently. Let's, we haven't, I think we've only, yes. Oh, wait, somebody has a suggest. Wait a sec. All right. Yes. Oh, yes, Panda, suggest to me, please. I'm having a hard time. I've been in the back rooms all night. Here, I'm just going to switch to just chatting. Yeah, I've been in the back rooms all night. Like, I need some help. Who do you think would be good? Let's see. Coda unlocks. Okay, let's take a look. Alright. Kota unlocks. Search and filter. KOTAUNLOCK. Alright. Uma Musume. That will be a nice game. And it'll... Oh, I know who this is. You've rated him. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Alright, so the Horse Girl game. It's kind of hilarious, actually. Alright, let's raid Coda. So have a wonderful evening to the Glue Factory, yes. I am going to get some sleep. I am tired. And let's go. Have a great night, everybody. I will see you again on Sunday to try to finish at dead of night. Bye.